Welcome, friends. We have started this channel called Corporate Laws Galaxy. You know, galaxy means group of stars, and every star represents different laws. And we are starting with a series on frequently asked questions on very interesting topics of corporate laws. And we are inviting you, all of you, to also send your queries in our comments column in our video, and we will certainly take up those queries also in our videos. And now I will request you to please share, like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much. Namaskar.
Sir, I have come across a frequently asked question from our professional colleagues regarding dematerialization of shares. In this context, sir, could you please tell us whether it is compulsory for unlisted public companies to dematerialize its shares?
You see, as per Rule 9A of Companies Prospectus and Allotment of Securities Rules 2014, every unlisted public company shall issue the securities only in dematerialized form and facilitate dematerialization of all the existing securities in accordance with the provisions of the Depositories Act 1996 and regulations made there.
Okay, sir. Understood. Sir, if a person holds securities in unlisted public company in physical format and intends to transfer the said securities, then can they make such transfer in physical format, or it has to be first converted into demat securities and then to be transferred?
You say Rule 9A of Companies Prospectus and Allotment of Securities Rules 2014. Every holder of the securities who intends to transfer securities of an unlisted public company on or after 2nd October 2018 shall get such securities dematerialized before the transfer. Therefore, it can be concluded that from the date of 2nd October 2018, transfer of physical shares shall not be made. It will not be allowed at all. Firstly, the securities shall be converted into demat form, and then only securities can be transferred. Okay?
Okay, sir. Very well understood. Thank you for the explanation. Now, moving on to the next question. Whether a private company who is a subsidiary of public company is also required to comply with Rule 9A of Companies Prospectus and Allotment of Securities Rules 2014.
You see, again you have asked a very interesting question. So you are going deeper and deeper into this topic.
Yes.
Very good, very good. You see, as per definition of public company, a company, what is public company? A company which is a private company which is subsidiary of a public company, then it can be deemed to be a public company for the purpose of Companies Act. Even if continues to retain its character of private company in its article of association, it will still be deemed to be public company. Hence, a private company which is a subsidiary of a public company will be required to comply with the provisions of Rule 9A of Companies Prospectus and Allotment of Security Rules 2014 by dematerializing its shares.
Okay, sir. Very well understood. But now that brings up to our next query. What about private companies who is not a subsidiary of public company? Is there any such provisions of private company to issue and maintain securities in demat form?
Very good question. You know, now you have asked a question for which recently some amendment has come. So now you see the position is that now even the private companies are required to issue securities in dematerialized form only and facilitate dematerialization of all its securities. As per MCA notification dated 27th October, Rule 9B of Companies Prospectus and Allotment of Securities Rules 2014, Rule 9B has been inserted, and it states that the company which is a private company other than small company, it should not be small company, then it can issue securities in dematerialized form only and facilitate dematerialization of all its securities. But small companies are exempted from this requirement.
Okay, sir. So does that mean that the private companies are required to facilitate dematerialization from 27th October 2023 itself?
This is the most, fear in the mind of public that immediately we have to do it.
Yes.
But the legislature has given enough space to do this.
Okay, sir. Very well understood. So, sir, does that mean that the private companies are required to facilitate dematerialization from 27th October 2023 itself?
This is the most frequently asked question,
Yes.
really, because
Yes.
people are afraid that immediately they have to comply with this.
Yes.
But legislature has given sufficient time frame to comply with it. So as per Rule 9B, the private company other than a small company, as on the last day of a financial year ending on or after 31st March, as per financial audited statement for such financial year, shall comply with the provisions of Rule 9B of Companies Prospectus and Allotment of Securities Rules 2014 within 18 months of closure of such financial year. If company is private company as per financial statement on 31st March 2023, then the company is required to comply with the provisions of the said Rule 9B on or before 30th September 2024. So you see, you have sufficient time to comply with this provision.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for confirming
Yeah,
on
yeah.
this query. So, sir, what if a company ceases to be a small company after 31st March 2024?
You have gone much deeper into this topic now.
Yes.
Very interesting question. You see, the crucial point involved here is the cut-off date. Cut-off date is important. On which the status of a small company has to be determined. The status of a small company is required to be determined on the last day of a financial year. If a company ceases to be a small company after 31st March, it will be required to comply with the provisions within 18 months from the closure of the financial year. That is from 31st March 2024. So, status as on 31st March 2024 is relevant. If it changes its status after that cut-off date, then it will not make any change. It will have to comply with these rules.
Okay, sir. Very well understood. Now, moving forward to the last question for the day. Sir, could you please explain us in short how will the company proceed towards dematerialization of its securities?
Yes, sure. I will explain to you. The private company is required to undertake the action to facilitate dematerialization of its securities. First, it has to appoint registrar and transfer agents (RTA) and enter into a tripartite agreement with RTA and depository, make an application to RTA for obtaining the International Security Identification Number, which is in short called ISIN number, along with certain other documents. Then duly verified documents will be uploaded to the depository by RTA for obtaining ISIN, and after due verification, the depository will issue ISIN, and the company needs to inform its shareholders about the allotted ISIN and request them to start dematerializing their physical shares. The shareholders will have to open demat account to dematerialize their shares. Last segment is that we have to see that they have to dematerialize their shares. This is the most important point.
Yes, sir. Very well understood. Now we come to our last segment, that is adjudication of.
Welcome to the last segment.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the last segment.
Yeah.
That is adjudication of penalties under section 454 of Companies Act 2013. Sir, please tell us any latest case where Registrar of Companies has adjudicated penalties.
Yes, why not? Under the said section, Registrar of Companies is authorized to act as adjudicating authority to adjudicate penalty in case of violation of certain sections of Companies Act 2013. You see, in the case of Gagan Naral Sports Promotion Foundation, Registrar of Companies, Pune, void its order dated 20th February 2024. It's a very recent order. They imposed a penalty of rupees 25,000 on company and rupees 5,000 on each director for violation of section 118 subsection 10 of Companies Act, that is relating to provision regarding secretarial standards with respect to general and board meetings specified by the Institute of Company Secretaries of India to be observed by every company.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for your time and the information given.
So, we'll meet you again, audience. Bye.